we got more bills to pay.
Okay.
Sometimes you got to pay even more bills. And I like paying bills because we get to talk about my friends over at Manscaped. You know, the leaders in below the waistline grooming, because it is Halloween. Halloween is like right around the corner.
Right.
And we don't want your pumpkins to be scary looking, right?
No.
You don't want hairy jack-o'-lanterns. No. You need smooth pumpkins, okay? Smooth. And that Lawnmower 4.0 that we always talk about,
Right.
especially the Performance Package 4.0. That, my friend, keeps your jack-o'-lanterns looking nice and smooth and not scary and intimidating, because we don't like that. And I'm sure your significant others don't like that as well. But you know what else I like about Manscaped?
What?
The fact that we got a promo code for them.
Oh yeah,
I
think everyone likes that.
I mean, how could you talk about something without having a promo code? That's kind of how I look at it. And when we talk about promo codes, it's simple. MOATS, MOATS, will get you 20% off, along with free shipping worldwide, because we know we got people listening all over the place.
That's a clutch move by Manscaped.
That is super clutch by Manscaped.
Free shipping, not only here, but
come
worldwide.
on now, Manscaped keeps you right. Listen, I almost used my other Manscaped just to get this right. And I was like, you know what? No. Because I want you to see what happens when you don't Manscape. It looks like this. And when you do Manscape, we look nice and smooth, player. So do yourself a favor. Do your delicate twins a favor. And use that, man. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out first off to Alex Highsmith, man. Pass rusher, outside linebacker, coming off an amazing game before the bye week, man. So first off, Alex, man, we appreciate you taking some time to hop on with us. How was your bye week, though?
It was good. First and foremost, thanks for having me on. It was good. I went back home with the fam, with my fiance. Got to see my family down there. Me and my fiance, Alyssa, we took engagement pictures on Thursday. And so I'm from Wilmington, North Carolina, so we took some at the beach. And the next day, we also got to go to the beach as well, because it was 82 and sunny down there. So got some nice beach time, relax. And then my dad just turned 60 yesterday. And so while I was down there this weekend, and he's retiring this year, we threw a big surprise birthday and retirement party for him. And he didn't know anything about it. And about 100 people that he's worked with, because he's a principal, about 100 people that he's worked with showed up, and they came out. And it was an awesome time, awesome weekend. And so, I was thankful to be able to see family and get you to spend quality time with them.
Nah, respect, man. It
sounds like the perfect timing for a bye.
Seriously, man. You got beach, you had your pops down there, fiance down there, man. That's how you unwind, man. So shout out to that right there, man.
That was perfect.
And look, man, you were coming off of a crazy game too, man, where you had 1.5 sacks, tackles, man, just crazy impact. Just talk about, man, why were you so effective versus the Seahawks, man?
Yeah, I think it just, starts with preparation. Had a really good week of practice and preparing, and just, me really getting over this hump with this groin injury and everything, was kind of annoying to me at the beginning of the season. So now to know that I'm finally healthy, fully recovered for that, I'm excited to, show what I did, during camp, and just continue to come out and just ball every game. And so that's just what I'm just going to try to build on that, starting this week against the Browns. Just continue to play fast, play hard, and just really, continue to study my opponent, because that's where it starts, studying your opponent and knowing what they do. And so we know this week we got to stop the run.
Mm-hmm.
We know we stop the run, we'll be able to get them in pass situations. And so that's really the goal for this week. But, definitely know that I can definitely play better. It was one of my better games this year, but I know I can always play better. And so that's what I'm going to strive to do.
See, man, I just like that right there, right? Because you never know. Sometimes you talk to a young guy, you're like, man, you ball out, and you get up here like, hey, man, I'm good. I've arrived. I'm the man now. But to hear just how humble you are and how hungry and just eager you are to get back out there and even improve on that, man, it's just great to hear, man. It truly is. But
I feel like too, like, no matter how many sacks I have, whether it's a 0-sack game, a 2-sack game, a 3-sack game, I can always play better. And so that's kind of the mindset that I have. That's something a mindset that TJ has and other great pass rushers have. So that's the mindset that I want to have as well.
Nah, respect that, man. And talk about, what does a game like that do for your confidence, right? Because we've seen you. I know I had a chance to see you in training camp where you were just cooking every single person they put in front of you. We know what you did during the preseason where you continued that success. But to be able to put it together in a regular season game in prime time versus a legit tackle. Dwayne Brown's a good player in this league, man. Has been around for a while. What does that do for you confidence-wise, though?
Well, it's definitely a confidence booster, just especially coming off the injury and everything. And so I'm someone who's really hard on myself. So I know that I hadn't been performing like I wanted to really since week one against the Bills. And so just that was just my mindset going into the game. I know the type of player that I can be, and I know what type of impact that I can have. And so I wasn't going to let, a few games, of not producing like I wanted to really hinder my confidence. But this is definitely a confidence booster. I know, once I got that first one, those first two, I know they're going to keep coming.
Hey.
So I'm excited for the next opportunity.
Absolutely, man.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot, get you in a got you moment or anything, because I was genuinely going to ask this before the Melvin Ingram rumors came out. And this doesn't actually really have to do with Melvin Ingram. More or less just, what was your reaction? How did you handle yourself whenever the Steelers brought him in the offseason? It's more just they're bringing in another guy at your position to help out. How did you handle that? How did you take that news?
Oh, I loved it. As soon as I heard the news, I knew it was going to be an awesome pickup for us. Melvin is a Pro Bowl guy, a vested veteran guy, and so I'm thankful to have him in this locker room. He's taught me so much, and I'm just able to learn from him. It's pretty cool. We're also from the same area code in North Carolina as well, so we can relate to a lot of things, both from the 910. Shout out to the 910. And so
the 910. I hear you.
910 is where it's at. I'm thankful to have another veteran Pro Bowl, All-Pro caliber guy. To be able to come in, to help me, to increase my knowledge and to be able to just continue to improve my game. And so he's helped me a lot since I've been here. So I'm just thankful to have him on this team.
Are there ways in particular he's helped? Not only, I guess, you, but also we saw it in the Bills game. Whenever you guys were clicking, you, Ingram, and TJ Watt, that three-man rotation was something else.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was. I think it's awesome, that all three of us can come in and whenever we're in, all three of us can produce. We can get after the quarterback, and that's something that I've liked that we've done the past few games is have all three of us on the field. And I think that's starting to cause havoc, for other teams. And so I'll just try to continue to see how that looks.
So now, when you're reviewing yourself, right at this point, you're past the bye week now. What have you seen on tape that you like about your game, and what are some of the things that you feel personally you need to improve upon?
Yeah, honestly, I think a step that I've taken from my rookie years in my run game, I feel like I'm a lot more stronger and violent at the point of attack, and so that's something that I pride myself on is getting off blocks quick, and so that's one thing I hate to see myself on film is if I'm stuck on a guy, whether it's getting blocked or just, our coach says, it's not a sin to get blocked. It's a sin to stay blocked.
100%.
Yeah. So you're going to get blocked, but you got to get off of these as soon as it happens. So that's really just the kind of the snatch pull mindset that I have when it comes, taking on run blocks and stuff like that. And I feel like I've improved in that area. I get off as well, but I can improve in all areas. I can still improve in that. I know I can just improve, winning my pass rush reps when I get those one-on-one opportunities. Just continuing to get off the ball fast. I've been a little undisciplined these first few games with a couple offsides penalties. And so I'm just, excited to just continue to get better and just week by week.
Hey, now, Alex, I don't care about you jumping off sides. They will tell you all the time, you can't make an omelet without breaking an egg, baby. You can't have great get off if you're not going to be. Every once in a while, it's going to happen, man. But when you're balling like how you're balling right now, when you're creating that havoc, those pressures, the QB hits, we understand, all right? So we cool with that. Just keep being productive, baby. We not tripping at all.
I still think the week one Bills, the one where they called me against the Bills, I still think I jumped that one perfectly. But
I would agree, even though,
about that.
Listen, I was torn because I'm an Alex Highsmith fan, but I'm a former Bill. So I was like, man, I love the jump. It was beautiful. I'm like, hold on, man. Don't do it like that. Just a little bit.
I forgot you were Billy. I forgot that.
But no, it was beautiful to see, man, and definitely keep it going, man. But what would you say has been the biggest difference for you this season compared to your rookie year?
I just say, I feel like this year I really took leaps in the offseason, just getting stronger and faster. I'm last year I was around like 248, 249. This year I'm consistently 254, 255, and I feel faster and stronger. And so I think that's where I've kind of had a good leap this my second year is through my body transformation. So I look forward to just continuing to improve on that, every offseason and just getting stronger, faster throughout the year and throughout every offseason as well. But I think that's where I've made like the most jump, and also my just, the mental side of things. I feel like I have a good football IQ, and so that helps me, to know what plays are coming, just to be able to play faster and play smarter.
Bro, what the hell's going on with these groin injuries? I mean, you suffered one, you had to miss a game, or just even these injuries in general.
Man, I don't know. It's kind of wild, but I'm glad that, almost everyone's over that hump. And that was definitely something, that bothered us at the beginning of the year. But, I'm glad that everyone is almost over that hump. And so, but it's definitely one of those nagging injuries, a groin, a hamstring, any of those muscles in your legs, none of them are fun. And so, because they just nag and they don't really go away. And so that was hard for me because I don't like missing time. Like, I don't like missing practice. And so for me to kind of chill and miss practices, like, I didn't really like that, but I had to because it was smart and to get myself back 100%. And so that's something that I learned, during that injury is, hey, you got to be smart with it and let it heal instead of, trying to push it because it's a long season, 17 games. And so I know we got plenty of season left.
So how you feeling now? You feel pretty good then?
I feel
Rest of the
great.
team? I mean,
I was gonna say, we had the growing specialists. They were going to come over and just like massage, whatever y'all needed to do, growing wise. We had a whole team. Deke was going to head it up. Deke had the whole crew. He was like, look, man, I did all this growing research. Whatever y'all need, I got y'all. Because he just wants to win. That's all for the team.
So Deke was going to spearhead that?
You know what I mean? He said he's the point guy with this thing, man.
Okay. Deke was going to spearhead that.
Oh man,
but we're definitely glad that y'all have passed that and everybody is good then. But man,
I'm telling you.
So you talked about your dad a little bit earlier, man. Now we know he is a major supporter for you, man. We've seen him on the road. Shout out to him. He was in Green Bay with us as well. We know he comes to a ton of the home games. Just talk about what does that support mean to you?
It means a lot. I'm thankful for just the support, I get from both of my parents. They've been to every game this year, and so I'm just so thankful for both of them. They came to almost every game that they could last year, and so just to have their support, means so much, and both of them mean so much to me. And so just seeing them, in the stands, especially the week one, that first, I'll still never forget, that week one Buffalo game being my first NFL experience and how loud that place was. Like, I got chills and goosebumps and playing. That's what I'm looking forward to this week as well, going to another hostile environment like Cleveland. It's going to get you amped up and juiced up and stuff. But just seeing them out there, like, coming off the field, after making them play, them just pointing, it means a lot to me. So I'm just thankful for them.
Who's tougher on you, your dad or Coach Tomlin?
who's tougher?
Yeah.
They're both tough on me. They're both pretty tough. They both want the best out of me.
Who don't you want to look in the eye after a bad game? Who's worse?
Probably Coach Tomlin.
He get them big eyes, man. He get all serious.
Probably Coach T.
I like it. Now, we also got a couple fan questions coming in, man, because like we said, we are live right now. And this first one is from Juan Rangel. He says, what was it like for you being able to have an actual preseason this year compared to last season where y'all weren't allowed of that due to COVID?
It was nice this year, being able to just get into some action before the regular season. I really liked that and didn't get, especially the OTAs as well, getting here and getting with the guys. And that's what we kind of missed last year, as a rookie class. We did, especially as rookies, we didn't really get to know each other well. And so, it was over Zoom, of course, like still
Zoom,
cool with everybody, but it's hard to build relationships. It's hard to get to know people, over Zoom. And so it's so much different. But, this year was really, I was just thankful, that we were able to move into some normalcy now, into a normal year. And so it was definitely pretty awesome, having the preseason. And so, I definitely liked having that.
Now, the next one we had is from,
you got it?
Yeah. Next one we had is from Rod Dollar. He says, we noticed that you wear the cross under your eye, right, with your eye black. Just talk about why do you do that? What's the meaning behind that?
Yeah. So, for people who know me, or don't know me, I want them to know, my faith is first and foremost in my life. I know that I've been blessed with this opportunity to play the game of football. I know that God is blessing with it. And so, I know that I'm supposed to use this platform to honor and glorify Him with all that I do. And so I like to do that, because, for that example right there, if people ask me, hey, why do you do that? Why do you draw the crosses underneath your eyes? That can be an opportunity, an example, to be able to show them, why I do what I do. And so it's just awesome, to be able to represent Christ in all that I do. And so I just want to continue to do that and just continue to further His kingdom while I have this platform.
Hey, man, I love that, man. And definitely keep that going, man, because it's an inspiration. We know that, man. And you're saving lives, too, indirectly as well. So, man, definitely keep that going.
Now, this one's from Mike Matizic. Says, who was your inspiration in football and life? How have they shaped you to be the player that you are today?
Like favorite player or just someone that motivated me, inspired me?
You can do both.
Okay, I'd say my favorite players growing up. I was a Panthers fan growing up. Grew up in North Carolina, so probably Joyce Peppers and Steve Smith. Joyce Peppers because he's a pass rusher.
You named
Steve
two
Smith.
dogs, too.
Yeah, two dogs. Yeah. So Steve Smith is just a dog. The way he played the game with such passion and intensity, like those are easily two of my favorite players growing up. And really just my dad as well. He really got me into football and was always one of the coaches when I played. He didn't play, but he was always one of my coaches in Pop Warner and stuff. And so he really motivated me and inspired me just to continue to keep going and just continue to be a great football player.
I like it. Now we had a few more, man. This one is from Roy Tousley. He says, what has been your favorite moment since joining the Black and Gold?
Favorite moment? There's been a lot. I think the moment I got drafted was awesome. I will never ever forget that. That was definitely up there. Seeing as soon as I got drafted, seeing a bunch of people say, "Hey, welcome to Steel Nation." Like I didn't expect that. Like it was crazy. It was like so many people like commenting on my posts and just messaging me. Like I just really felt the love from Steel Nation, right away. And I think last year, there were some really big wins that we had. I remember that the Ravens game last year. It was one of my better games when I had the pick, and also just that game coming down to the wire at the fourth quarter. That game was crazy. So that was definitely one of my favorite moments as well. Coming down to that game when we played at the Ravens, because it's a hostile environment and it was a division rival game, and so that was definitely a fun one as well.
I like that right there. Now we're gonna have one more for you because I know you got your preparation, and we ain't gonna get away with that. All right, you taking time to hop up on here. We respect that. All right, but this last one, man, this last one is from Snyder16. He says, "What has been your favorite play that you've made in your career so far?" Now you putting together a little highlight reel, like you said. You done picked off Lamar. You went for 1.5 sacks on Sunday Night Football. I mean, you're kicking booty now. All right, so you got you a little list showing up here. So think real carefully about that favorite play that you done had.
I think it was the first one that you said, the pick off Lamar, because I haven't had a pick before that pick. I hadn't had a pick since like Pop Warner, I think. And I never ever would have thought that my first interception would come before my first sack my rookie year. And I still remember like when it happened, like it was a play that they ran the first half, so I adjusted to it. But you could see it in my eyes, like it's kind of like I was in shock. Like it was a crazy moment. But I look forward to getting more. But because there was a couple that I could have had in college and it just flat out dropped. And so a few of my best friends, always like clown my hands and pickle my hands because I didn't catch nothing in college. But after I got that one, it kind of shut them up. So I'd say that was one of my favorite plays that I've made.
So you're not, was that catch a fluke? Then is what you're telling me, or your hands have improved since college?
Nah, they've improved. Okay. So I get another one thrown to me. I'm gonna get another one this year.
All right.
How much of your jumping ability you think you used on that play? Because I saw you had a little bit of the hops. At the same time, he kind of threw it right to you.
Yeah, I feel like I not really got up too much, but I feel like I got a little off the ground on that one. I haven't had the best vertical. I've never had the best vertical, but I definitely had to go up and get that one. It wasn't one where he did throw it to me, but I still had to go up and get it. So
yeah, that's what I mean. I remember you could go either way with it. It was like it's right to you, but at the same time, I saw you jump a little bit, so I didn't know if it was that much of a gimme.
I felt like it kind of came in slow motion. Like it was crazy.
Hey, look, we're just glad. We're glad that you caught it, man, because it was a huge play. And obviously we know what that did in terms of helping y'all guys get that dub. So, man, we definitely like that. But Alex, man, as a whole, man, we always appreciate you taking some time to hop on with us. Take care of those growings, you and your crew. Make sure that all y'all on the same page and keep balling out, baby. All right?
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Arthur, Deke, both of y'all. Appreciate you guys.
I appreciate it, bro.
No doubt, man. All love, baby.